Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video I showed us how to set up our sales tax item, and in this video now I want to show us how to apply those sales tax item to on the goods or products that we sell, so that QuickBooks automatically do the calculations for us without us doing that manually. Because the essence of using accounting software is to automate the process of doing accounting, or automate the process of accounting for our business or organization. So what we're going to do now is, like I say, I set up this company new as a practice company, and what I'm going to do exactly right now is going to be starting afresh to enter some inventory part item, and also explain the difference between inventory part item and item sales, sales tax group, all those things. I'm going to try to explain all of them, but in this video, the focus of this video now is going to be basically on how to set up items and apply the VAT or sales tax rate on them, so that QuickBooks can do that, calculate that automatically without us selecting it manually every time we want to apply it to a particular invoice. So we will do that here. QuickBooks automatically set it up and recognize it and apply the tax rate whenever such transaction is being called up, or such item is being called up, or such item is being called up for sales or for any business transactional purposes, of course. Now what you're going to do now is come to your click on list. Once you click on list, it will open up your inventory center. So from what you can see here, you will realize that there's something we have already done that QuickBooks recognize immediately. And what is that thing that we did that QuickBooks recognize? That thing that we did that QuickBooks recognize is our sales tax item, that is VAT. Why is VAT here? Because VAT is on the inventory list because it is applied on the inventory from where we set up the price of that product. That is where sales or VAT is recorded. That is why you are seeing it here as well. Now you can see that VAT is not a product that we sell, it's a tax that we charge on the product or services that we render or sell to people. So what we're going to do next is, I just minimize this. I just minimize it. It's not as if it's necessary. Sorry, I've closed it. It's not as if it's necessary though. So I just minimize it so to see space, and also for you to see what I'm doing. So what you're going to do now to add a new item, you can click on the item button here. Once you click on the item button here, you see this pulled up menu. Once you see this pulled up menu, it's either you enter the item one by one, or you enter multiple items. From here you can enter multiple items. So I will do the first one, then you do the rest. So this is what you're going to do now. You click on the new. Once you click on the new, what products are you trying to record? Is it a service or is it a product? Okay, it's like we're going to have a little issue here, because the way I set up this company, I did not actually allow QuickBooks to automatically set, or I did express setup. So some features of what I'm supposed to be seeing here, I'm not seeing them because that setup I did initially affected it. It filters only the things that are necessary for this class or category of company. So what am I saying? There's supposed to be an inventory part item before the non-inventory part item. What it means is that this inventory, if I click non-inventory part item, that is item I bought once and I made use of. Instead of stocking them, I made use of them and charge customers for those items immediately, and they pay and go. It is not as if it's my primary products that I sell. So that is what inventory part item could mean in this context. Now you can see what people say: use for goods you bought, goods you buy, but don't track, like office supplies or material for a specific job that you charge back to customer. So this is not what I actually want. What I want is inventory part item, those items I charge, those items I purchase and stock After stocking, I resell them to my customers. So in the absence of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video and create a new company, or better still, I'll also show you what happened, why it is like that. So let's pause the video, and when I get to that point that you're supposed to know, I will now show you. I don't want this video to be long, so just stick around a bit. I'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry for that break, but I did that for a purpose. I just don't want the video to get long, and I want to be sure of what I was doing before I can come back to the video. Alright, now that I'm sure, I want to get back to what we are doing. So I said there are different ways to record an item or service you render to people in QuickBooks. This way, QuickBooks will track those information based on what you have already set up, based on your settings. So what I wanted to do earlier on was to record an inventory item of inventory that I can track and I can stock and sell to people, but the setting was not active because of the way I set up the company initially. But now I have activated that feature already, so I'm going to show you the difference, and I'm also going to show you what I did that turned that thing up. So if you rewind this video, if you take this video back, you will discover that when we click on the item, when we click on the item, we click on new, there was nothing like inventory parts. The only thing we had that time was there was nothing like inventory part item, there was nothing like assembly. The only thing we had was service, not inventory part item, orders. But these two options were not active. Why? Because the company was set up as a general product based business. I didn't specify which business, actually what kind of business we do. So what I did that made it active was I went back to my company preference. I come down to preference here from edit, then I come down to preference. From my edit here, I come down to preference. So when I come back to preference, I now see that under the settings, the things I can set, I have the inventory, items and inventory. So under the items and inventory, I clicked on my company preference. Before, this place where you're seeing inventory and purchase orders are active was inactive. Actually, it was like this. You may not change this preference while adding or editing an item. Okay, this is what it is. This is what it's trying to say. Because this place is active, we have to close it. So when you close it, come back to your preference, edit and preference, go there, click on this items and inventory. So when I do that, this place was inactive. You can see that immediately I deactivated it, everything here went blank. None of them is active. I cannot click or adjust anything in them again. But if I turned it on, if I activate it, everything comes back to life. So that is what I did that brought back that setting to that. So because I've already done that, and I just want you to know how I did it, that is why I brought you to here. Because like I said, I want you to understand QuickBooks and understand it to the best of my knowledge and to the best way possible that you can apply it and do whatever you want to do with it in QuickBooks. Okay, after that you click OK. I've already done that, so that is why I have this feature turned on. So now what we are going to do is an inventory part item. I'll click on inventory part item. You can see, you read from the information here, used for goods you purchase, track as inventory and resell. That is exactly what I want. So what do I want to record here? Let's say noodles, or let's say super pack, because noodles has a different class. Super pack, I eat noodles a lot. In case you are wondering or you are asking yourself, why must I use noodles? I eat noodles a lot. Super pack. Then if it is a sub item, let's say it's a sub items of noodles and we don't have any item, parent item already, so click on that, set it up. Just click on let's say Indomie or noodles. Indomie is the name of the company, is the name of the brand. So noodles. After that, I click OK. So after I have selected the parent item, which is noodles, that's what I mean by parent item. This super pack is under this noodles. That super pack is a sub item to noodles. So after that, I'll now select the account that I want this sales to be recorded. So I'll just click on sales income account, of course sales. Then the amount is what? The amount is let's say 150, or let's say 200. Let's say 200. Now you can see, looking at it already here, QuickBooks has already set up, recognized when we set our sales tax item, we set it as the most commonly used sales tax item, which is VAT. That is why you are seeing it here automatically. It has been added. Automatically it has been added. So you just click on it. You can see it here. So, but in this case, I don't want to put any value here because this is just a parent account. So I don't want to put anything here either. So what I'm going to do is click OK, because it's going to be a parent to this. Where I'm going to set all those information is in this particular one. So that is why I'm going to have the cost of the item is, let's say, 150. And do we have any preferred vendor? If you have any preferred vendor, you can say yeah, you can add. Otherwise you leave it blank. So the selling price is 200. Now we select the income account, which is sales account. Now what is your reorder level? At what level will this thing get to that you place an order for another? So let's say when it gets to 5, we place an order. Then the max, what is the maximum quantity you will order? The maximum quantity we will order immediately. The maximum quantity we will order, let's say we are ordering 20. That's the maximum quantity we are ordering. Or let's say 25. Let's say 25, that's the maximum quantity we are ordering. Okay, what quantity do we have at hand right now? So the quantity we have at hand right now, let's say, is 30. So QuickBooks automatically do the calculation. This is 150. Let's QuickBooks automatically do the calculation and will give us a value. Then as of which date, or as of what date was this quantity available, you can leave it to this date. You now set the date. If the date is not the date you are using, you now set the date. Once that date is set, once you're done, you now click OK. Once you click OK, you see the item being added. The item has been added and it has been recognized as a sales tax item. So alright guys, I have done this. I'll pause this video so that this video will not be too long. Pause this video and add a couple of items. Just do the same thing, add a couple of items, try your head. If there's any way you're confused, you can leave us a comment and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Alright, just stick around to this video. I'm coming right back. Alright guys, welcome back. What I did was actually to add a couple of service items and also add a couple of inventory part items. So to add a service item is just the same thing. Just come to your new item, click new, then you select service, add it, put the information, every information regarding that service, select the account the service proceed to be recorded to, apply the VAT code if you charge VAT on such service that you render. After that, you click OK. So that is what I did here. So you can see this is how to actually record and and capture VAT, so that VAT will automatically be applied on all your invoices and all your receipts whenever you make any sale. So see you in the next video. I'm going to show you how to record transaction. If you have not watched it, but for the sake of the training, for the sake of clarification, I'll also make videos. I'll touch a bit on how to record sales receipts and how to record invoices in QuickBooks, how to remit your taxes to Federal Inland Revenue Service. I'll teach you how to remit your taxes to Federal Inland Revenue Service and how to capture it properly in QuickBooks so that you will not be having an unbalanced account at the end of the day in QuickBooks. That's what I'm going to do in the next video. So stick to this channel. I am sure you're going to learn a lot. Like I said, you're going to learn a lot of skills that you're going to apply in your daily life, in your business, and in everything you. So guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I guess this is the right time to do that. Also, please like and share this video so that it will reach a wider range of people. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.